In this episode, can you survive a flight without any music, movies, or distractions?
And on the flip side, what do instant mashed potatoes and the 7 deadly sins have to do with each other? And would you give up your spot on an NBA roster for your own son? Mike, hit the music. Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. And I hope we're fulfilling your dream of listening to the best podcast that we can provide you. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. I am Matt. Alongside with me is Mike. Mike, how are you? How are things?
We are filling those dreams right up, and we are making everybody. We are not satisfying anybody with filling that up. So
no,
but I'm doing good. Hard pivot. I'm doing great.
You gotta say hard pivot.
Yeah, hard pivot. Why? What's wrong with that?
Well, no, I'm just asking if that's what you said.
Yeah, it was a hard pivot.
Okay.
I went from filling dreams to I'm doing good.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're doing good.
All right. Yeah, that is your explanation 101 on what is hard pivoting. No, I'm good, man. We are chipping away at the wedding planning. Even though we are very far away from our date, we're chipping away with it. I'm excited. This is publication after the recording, but we're getting our engagement photos done the week of our recording, so that's exciting.
That is exciting. Are you going to be very critical of the photos?
No, because it's Jenna's sister that's taking the photos, and I always love Jenna's sister's photos.
That's good. She does do great work.
We had this interesting conversation about photography, and I this isn't particularly my segment, and it could have potentially be saved for later on in the show. I didn't document it, but when we were talking about photography when it comes to our wedding, I kind of made the point of, okay, this should be the only time this ever happens in our life. You know, like you get married once, we hope. I'm hoping, like, yes, I'm not planning on getting married twice. I'm getting married once. Oh, this is going off the rails. But anyway,
I'm going to write that down.
You said in podcast episode 220 that you'd only get married once. Well, today's the day. Anyway, with the idea that these photos are being taken and like 50 years down the road, this photo is like hanging up in our house. Do we want that like summer cool filter, that like trendy filter that everybody uses, or do we want like this timeless photo that was the day and like the year and just the style and the colors? That was something that I brought up, and I know it kind of, we were going back and forth on it, but we're going to be hanging it up on a wall, and 50 years down the road, everybody's going to be like, oh, it's a really nice photo. And that's a nice photo, not because of the trendy color, but because of how the photo was taken and the shot composition of it.
Yeah. And I guess you just got to think, like, back when we were kids, we went to our grandparents' house and we saw their photos. Like, oh my gosh, you're so old. Like, yeah. What are our grandkids going to say about our wedding photos?
You look like a loser, Dad.
Yeah. I can't imagine what people are going to wear when they get married 50 years from now. Could look a lot different. A lot different.
You wore an Apple Watch to your wedding, Dad? Yeah. I remember when they first came out.
What a time to be alive.
Man. Well, let's go through TSA check, go through security. We're getting on a plane. Matt, I know we've talked about planes and flying and all that good stuff, but and Matt's probably wondering, wait, this is not what Mike is talking about. However, I'm getting there. Let me finish. Matt, you get on the plane. What's usually your like go-to? You're on the plane. You're going to your destination. What do you usually do on the plane?
During a flight, usually try to re-download a movie on Netflix or a show. I think the last time I took a flight, I watched some Peaky Blinders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I usually get a beverage.
Okay.
Usually. And a little
snack. You buy a beverage on the plane?
Usually, yes.
Oh, yeah. A little fancy schmancy per.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I'll like hit like one of the stores, like when you get through TSA. Do that way, but if I forget, like the last time I remember I boarded, I was like, I don't need a drink, and then like 20 minutes in, I was like, I'm really thirsty. So that's how they get you.
You don't get handed out a drink.
What do you mean handed out a drink?
Oh, like I fly a different flight.
You might. What are you talking? You
like
pay
in the middle
so
of
much
the flight,
money.
you don't get your snack.
Yeah, but you have to buy it.
You have to buy yours.
What are you talking about? Did you fly like top tier class?
I didn't fly like first class. I'm not going to name it, but during the flight, like I'll use my San Francisco flight, for instance. They gave us 2 free snacks and a drink.
How much did you pay for that flight?
I didn't pay for it, man.
Wow. All right. I didn't think I was going to be shamed for buying snacks on the plane. Jeez. You know, the people are going to side with me on this. Just so you're aware. Just so you're aware. Sorry I can't afford a nice plane ticket like you, and I have to buy my snacks like a peasant.
I'm sorry. I thought that was normal.
No, that's not normal.
Says
No.
the guy who's only flown twice in his life.
It's actually very not normal. What airline did you fly?
I have to check.
Okay.
Because it's the only app I have downloaded on my phone.
I like to fly Allegiant, and Allegiant gets a bad rap, but I've always had great luck with Allegiant.
I've flown American.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Well, obviously it was good for you.
It's decent. All right. Getting back, you download a movie.
Yes.
Anything else that you try to do or anything like that?
No. I mean, my flights are usually around 2 hours.
Okay.
I've taken, so it's usually a movie or like 2 episodes of a show, and you're there.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, Matt, there is this trend that is happening. And this is reported by Asia Grace from New York Post. A foregoing of all in-flight entertainment and distractions. And they're calling it raw dogging.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate name for that. Very unfortunate name.
So they are traveling without headphones, music, movies, food, water, or sleep.
That's a bold move. I guess on a plane. Like if it's a car ride, I can imagine maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But on a plane, it's not like you have to like watch out for other planes in the sky, especially if you're not driving. It's an interesting strategy, Cotton.
So apparently the trend was loosely credited to Idris Elba's character in Apple TV Plus series Hijacked. So it is literally where you sit on the plane and as it flies or when it's in the air, like you're just sitting there looking straight and you're doing nothing.
That's so weird. Does it say like what average flight time these people have?
It does not say. I remember seeing some TikToks about this. I mean, I will say the average is probably about 2 hours. I haven't seen anybody being like, "Oh, I'm going to Singapore and it's like a 17-hour flight and I'm raw dogging it." Like I haven't seen that yet, but you never know. It may escalate to that point.
Yeah, I mean, I hope not. 17 hours would suck. Raw dogging. So I guess like I'm not going to knock it because like you don't have to listen to music or shows if it's a flight. However, there's one very big threat to everybody else on the plane for other people raw dogging, and that is the potential for you to strike up random small talk with the person next to you the entire flight. Nothing worse than that. Having to listen to that.
You've had to do that?
Yes.
How'd it go?
It's awful. Because you can't not listen to the conversation, and they're just talking about the randomest stuff. Or like, "Oh, how was your trip? Oh, we did this, and we went here and saw this person there," and you're never going to see that person again. Just don't even give them the time of day. Just put headphones in, something, because then you're also inconveniencing everybody around you. Like they're trying to like maybe like make small conversations with their family, or like listen to music, or like work or something. I don't know. You have to listen to like Joe and Steve have a small talk about what kind of gas they put in their lawnmower.
I had this. It was a very nice first flight experience where I had a nice lady and the middle seat was open. So first time flying, the middle seat was open. So we were able to sit on opposite ends. But she almost kind of, I don't know, she felt like very much so like a mother-like trait where she was just like, "Are you sure you're going to be okay?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm fine." Like, I'm going to take off. We're going to be fine. I'm not going to be scared. I'm not going to freak out. You telling me I'm going to freak out. No, it was a cool experience, but I think the only other time that somebody actually had, it was very generous. It was nice. There was this couple that was sitting next to me on my way to San Francisco, and they had Auntie Anne's, and they bought like a bucket of Auntie Anne's, like little pretzel twists. They tapped, because I had my headphones and they tapped me and they wanted to know if I wanted any.
That's a bold strategy to also just bring on Auntie Anne's on a plane. Everybody else is going to hate you.
But it was so nice. I was like, "Oh, that's so nice of you." But no, I'm okay. I got my Subway that I ordered at like 9 a.m. because I was, how weird the flight hour changes and all that crap. So I'm okay,
Yeah.
but thank you.
That's great. Sharing snacks in a plane. Never thought I'd see that before.
So I have to ask you, Matt,
Yes.
would you raw dog a flight?
If it's like less than 3 hours, yeah, I think I would.
Really?
I think I would, because you know what? Also, like if you get like a nice day and you're like flying over like land, like you just kind of get to like look down and be like, oh my gosh, like we're so high up, and like, oh, there's like the Empire State Building, or there's like Mount Rushmore. Flying over Mount Rushmore would be awesome.
I'm not sure if the flight patterns allow that, but that's a cool opportunity.
Yeah, but just being able to like fly over landmarks, or like it's even cool like flying over the ocean sometimes, just to like see like how big the ocean actually is.
Mhm.
It's pretty awesome.
Where else would you think raw dogging would apply?
Man, that's what a great question, Mike. I guess car rides, like road trips, like cross country road trips. Taking a train from like, I don't know, a couple states away to someplace else.
I have one.
Yeah, go for it.
Concerts.
Like no phones.
No phones.
Yeah.
No videotaping that. Just
Yeah.
being in the moment.
That's the best way to do it. Instead of being the person that posts like 50 Instagram stories of the concert. It's like we don't care.
Somebody said on Instagram reel that was no one's gonna care about, your photos or video that you took of the fireworks for the 4th of July.
That too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fireworks especially.
Yes. Everybody's seen them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Eating a hot dog would apply.
What?
Raw dogging.
Oh. I'd say a wedding.
Yeah. That's more of a respectful thing to do, I think, though. A graduation, again, more of a respectful thing.
Yeah.
I could raw dog a flight. What about you?
I think I totally can. I think I just listen to music or podcast or watch a movie just simply because everyone else's headphones are on. Like, you're kind of breaking a social norm that's really not, I don't want to say required, but it's a social norm that like everyone does just because it is by association.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody has their headphones on. Everybody's got their Game Boy or their, wow, I said Game Boy. Oh, their Switch.
You're on fire today.
Oh my God. Dad mode activated. Everybody's got their Game Boys and their PSPs. No, they got their Nintendo Switches, or they got their Steam Deck, which is another one. But then they also, like, some people read a newspaper. Saw that a few times. Some people will pop open the big newspaper. They're reading it on the plane. It's like, you go, sir.
Yeah, that's kind of, I like that. That's kind of a power move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anything over 3 hours would be tough, though. I also think it would depend on if there's turbulence or not.
Yeah.
That would suck, like having a lot of turbulence and nothing to like distract you. Because if I'm watching a movie on a plane and there's turbulence, I don't notice that much because I'm more focused on like the screen.
It would be funny if all if all flight people, what the frick am I saying?
Passengers on the
if
plane.
All passengers, thank you. What a day. If all passengers raw dogged a flight, how that conversations would go.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of conversations on a plane.
Like small talk.
No, I'm not a huge small talk person, but there's something different about doing it on a plane where everyone's just kind of like stressed from like making sure you get to the airport on time, getting through TSA, getting on the flight. Like if you're a father or a family of 4, you got to make sure your kids are in safe and like the bags are up correctly, and it's just very stressful. I feel like it's a good time to just sit down, decompress, enjoy the flight, get to your destination safely.
For those who decide to raw dog a flight, just know you're not alone. And thoughts and prayers as you raw dog a flight.
Yes. Also, just another example of Gen Z showing that you don't have to use your phone for everything.
Silent walking.
Is the silent walking? Yes. Yes. So they invented walking, and they invented like just not using your phone. What a time to be alive.
Sounds about right.
Yes. All right, we will slide on into the second half of the show. Some buy or sell. Mike, why don't you go first?
Oh, man.
Yeah, you didn't see that one coming. Uno reverse.
All right. Oddly enough, I have 2 sustenance items for my buys.
Wonderful.
I'm buying Pringles.
Okay.
Matt, before I got on the show, I took a handful of Pringles.
What flavor?
You're not going to guess this one.
Barbecue.
No.
Cheddar.
No.
Pizza.
No.
Ranch.
No.
I don't know.
I'll show you the color of the can.
Is that
Orange.
original? Oh, it's orange. I thought orange was cheddar. I don't know.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Street taco.
Oh, that looks fire. Come on now. I could eat that whole can in a minute.
Oh, it's so good. I'm very surprised by the flavor.
Yeah?
It's very salty. Like that was kind of Jenna's comment.
Comment?
It was
Good day,
very
mate.
salty. Good day, mate. Would you like to go down under with Pringles? It was very salty, as Jenna explained, but I love them, man. They're so good.
You know, I have to go grocery shopping after we're done here. If I see those, that's an immediate buy.
Yep. That was me. I was like, oh.
So does it actually taste like a taco?
I would say it does.
One bite. Everybody knows rules.
Okay. I'll take another one. I don't care.
Yeah. One bite. This is the
Let me
official
give
Pringle rating show of anyone.
So here's what it looks like for those who are watching our YouTube.
Yep.
So it looks like a regular one, but
Okay.
I don't know if Matt, if you can tell, but
I can't see it if there's a lot of seasoning on there.
there's a little seasoning on it.
Yeah. It doesn't look too bad, though.
Don't look too bad.
Oh. Okay. Chewing, crunching, getting a head nod. This is great radio.
So I would say it tastes like a beef taco.
Okay. That's what I would hope it would taste like.
Naturally and artificial flavors.
All right, one bite. Everyone knows rules.
Oh, wow. It says it's about 14 crisps for one serving size.
Let's be real. So how many serving sizes say are in the can? It's 14 crisp, but how many in total?
About 6 servings per container.
Yeah, Pringles last about 3 servings max.
They're so good, though.
They're out. Pringles is in the running for like overall branded chip best.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes. I know. I don't think that made our. We did
Chip
snack.
list.
Did we did chip list? No, I don't think it made the chip list. But like overall, like all their flavors are great for the most part.
I'm also buying water with ice.
Okay.
I swear to God, I came prepared. This is what I wrote down.
No, I understand. Go on. Go ahead. As he takes a sip.
Especially these hot days that we've been having here in good old Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania. I've noticed myself filling up more water with ice than just water. When it's the wintertime, it's just water. But this is absolutely delicious. Nice cold cup of water. Matt, you talked about all the time the breakfast spot we always go to after we're freaking hungover. You always love the water that was there.
Of all time. Absolutely. Shout out that place. You know what's weird? How come when like if I go to put a water bottle in the freezer for like 10 minutes, it's not like super, super cold.
Uh-huh.
But if I pour water in a cup of ice, it's like instantly cold.
Would you like me to ask ChatGPT?
Yes, I would like you to ask ChatGPT.
Okay. Why is water cold instantly in ice compared to if I put a bottle of water in a freezer?
Water gets cold instantly in ice because ice is already at a much lower temperature than the water, and it directly transfers its coldness to the water through conduction. When you put a bottle of water in the freezer, it takes time for the freezer to cool the water because the air inside the freezer is not as efficient at transferring cold as direct contact with ice. Plus, it takes time for the freezer to lower the temperature of the water from the outside in.
So, all right, that makes sense, but it does make sense. Like, how's that? Because
Conduction,
to make
man.
ice, yeah, I understand that, but to make ice, you put water in the freezer.
This isn't a science podcast.
I know. I have a feeling some people are going to get upset that I asked that
It's
question.
okay.
It's fine.
So I'm onto my cells, and I realize that I also am talking about food in this cell, but it's
Okay.
only one.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'll do like what I always call it not a layaway, but I do a buy one, get one, like a buy or sell. We had some great dinner with friends last Friday at a restaurant. Here's where the sell comes in. So we get there. It's pretty pricey, man. I think we dropped for the both of us. I think we dropped about $300,
Just
Yeah.
the two of you?
No, the 4 of us. Yeah,
Still,
300.
that's crazy.
$300.
Wow.
I ain't rich. I'm just saying. So
Well,
we have apparently
you are if you're just getting free snacks all the time.
So first time we're ever there. So we're like, okay, like looking at the menu and I see mashed potatoes. And you know me, if I see mashed potatoes and if it's a good meat or whatever it is, I will have that because I freaking love mashed potatoes.
Yep.
We get done. And so the chef comes by. So the chef is outside of the kitchen and is talking to table to table. So he gets to our table and he talks about the specials. And he said, oh, if you don't like it, you could have your money back. And so we're like, aha, like very funny, like all good. Like, thank you for stopping by. So we get this food. The meat is good. I will say the meat was good. Then I get to the mashed potatoes and it feels a little gummy.
Ooh.
And so when you think to yourself, okay, this may not be good, we pass it around the table and just, what do you think? luckily, our friend, one of our friends, but it's Jenna's coworker, decides to try her mashed potatoes. Says the same thing. It's gummy. We came to the conclusion that it was instant mashed potatoes that they put on that plate.
Oh, no.
And so we were like, man, why doesn't the chef spend a little bit more time in the kitchen making mashed potatoes compared to going outside and talking with everybody?
So you guys, your bill was $300, and on that bill was just instant mashed potatoes.
I think we came to a consensus that it was instant mashed potatoes.
I think that's got to be like one of the 7 deadly sins in the restaurant business, using instant mashed potatoes. That's terrible.
Yeah. So who knows?
That's upsetting. Did you guys say anything?
No. We did have a really nice grilled octopus.
How is octopus?
It's very good.
Could you see the tentacles or the suction cups?
It was, yeah, you saw the suction cups.
But so next question. I've always wanted to try it, but I never have. When you chew them, are the tentacles crunchy? Like the suction cups crunchy?
You're not going to feel this weird difference between the meat of the tentacle and the suction cup.
Okay. Does it taste like, what's it taste like? Like a fish?
Yeah, it was a nice seasoned fish. As far as the texture, the texture, it was, I think, pretty comparable to like chicken.
Okay.
I know Jen is probably going to correct me and being like, you're wrong, but.
So it's kind of like, I think like alligator and frog kind of taste like chicken, kind of.
I think it might fall within that. Okay. I've never had that, but I think it might fall within that.
Frog legs are good. You would like gator. I think you would definitely like gator. Yeah.
Gator needs his gas.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Okay, that's all I got. Going into my buy, I'm going to buy streaming.
Streaming.
And I mean video game streaming.
Okay.
Like, I don't know about you. The past like month, I've had a lot of fun on stream.
Holy shit, what a difference that makes.
Well, correct. Well, no, lately we've been streaming pretty good.
Okay.
As long as like work does get in the way. But even though like it's just been fun. Just like the two of us, or like when we get like some other guys to join, it's been a lot of fun, a lot of good jokes. Even though we might not always play the best, I've been still enjoying sitting down every Thursday, getting it going. Fortnite Reload is awesome.
That very good addition.
Great addition. They need to keep that. I'm also excited for streaming in the future. I don't know if I've said this on the show. However, in a few weeks, obviously I've talked about the new college football video game coming out. How do I want to phrase this? The timing couldn't be better for this release. So it comes out, I believe, July 19th. I didn't pay for the pre-order that you get it like 2 days early because I just wasn't going to have time to do that. Saves myself some money. Props to me. So it comes out the 19th. I take April to the airport the morning early on July 20th, and she's gone for a few days. So that weekend, I would just like to let everybody know I will probably be streaming like 12 hours on Saturday and Sunday, and I am going to cancel every plan that comes my way those 2 days just to play this game, and I want you all to be there to enjoy the ride. They keep releasing like little tidbits of like information. Like today, they released a huge gameplay breakdown of the Dynasty mode, which is basically like you take over as a coach, you run the team, recruiting, transfer portal, all that. They released a 17,000 word document breaking down everything in the game mode.
Oh boy.
It's insane.
Wow.
And before I hopped on, I was watching a guy who's like a streamer for like college football. He got to like play the game early, like as a test.
Nice.
He's doing like an hour and 20 minute YouTube video, just like breaking down. The detail on this is awesome. I hope you guys can join. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Now, here's my question. Will you stream in your regular setup or will you move to living room?
Ooh, that's a great question. Probably my regular setup.
Okay.
Probably. That's got potential. Although I think that my gaming monitor is probably a little better quality. They say like streaming on those big, I probably have like not to brag, like a 48 inch, probably longer, maybe like 55 inch TV 55. In the living room, not to brag. They say the bigger that screen's not always the best for gaming.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway.
It could be the hertz, the refresh rate on it.
Yeah, it could be. But either way, can't wait. I'm also selling soft tissues and not the kind in your body. I don't understand why people make tissues that like hurt your nose when you use them. So I'm fighting off a little cold. That's all I hope that it is. We have tissues that have like the Puffs lotion. You ever use those? Yeah, those are the best. How come people don't? Why don't we only sell those?
It's the same with toilet paper.
Yes, it is.
Like why have toilet paper that like rips when you wipe?
Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. It gets messy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also gonna buy putting the toilet seat up specifically for guys. So one of my buddies, a listener of the show, kind of brought this to my attention the other week. How guys, when you're in public, don't always pull the toilet seat up when you go to like take a piss in a public bathroom. And then there's just like pee on the seat for the next person to come in for.
That's lazy.
It is lazy. Now, I will admit, sometimes you got to man up and not put the seat up and just make sure you don't get it on the sink or on the seat.
The sink.
Be a man about it. But if you miss, you have to wipe it up. If you don't, if you don't wipe your pee off the seat and you just walk away, you're an asshole.
Then leads to my question whether the individual is drunk, whether the individual is lazy, or whether they don't have good potty training skills.
Yeah, it's just common courtesy. Either if you're that messy, pull the seat up, or hot take, sit down.
It's okay to sit down when you pee.
Listen, I sit down sometimes when I pee. Absolutely, if I'm tired.
So I have to ask, listener of the show, are they the culprit?
No, this person was actually extremely mad.
Oh,
that he walked in and there was pee on the seat.
Oh,
yes, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I thought we were going to call out some bullshit that he was doing it.
No,
she was doing it. Well, no, it's he.
Well,
has to be he.
This is a he in the scenario. Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes. But just if you're gonna hit the seat, wipe it up.
Do it.
All right, on the sell. This is a fairly quick one, Mike. I'm selling your advice.
My advice.
Yeah, this is kind of a follow up to a few episodes ago. We had listener take-its, and we had a listener submit that they wanted a dog, but their fiance didn't want a dog. Real quick update: they got a dog.
Okay.
Yes. So you gave that advice.
Was it a consensus?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of. Yes. It was a consensus. It was a consensus. I believe that if I got the whole story correct, they were both there when the dog was brought home.
Just because the dog was brought home together doesn't mean it was an agreed upon terms and conditions.
No, I think it was.
Okay.
I'm also selling people complaining about nepotism.
Okay.
So in related to the NBA, you probably, even if you don't watch sports, you probably know that LeBron James plays for Los Angeles. Well, actually right now, LeBron James is a free agent. Let's put that out there.
Yep.
The team he last played for, Los Angeles Lakers, drafted his son Bronny James. People are big mad, which to a degree they have a right to be mad because and it was a second round pick. He was like the sixth last or fifth last person picked in the draft. He is not good at basketball. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add?
No, I think it's kind of like you always hope that your family does better than you. Like in the sense, like you always want your children to do better than what you did. And I don't know.
He averaged 4 points a game in college.
I mean, it's more than what LeBron averaged in college.
You know what? That's a great point. Great point.
LeBron didn't go to college for those who don't follow LeBron
correct.
James.
Yeah. So, yes, I understand he does probably suck and he's never going to be that good. However, it is a great story.
I think it's pretty cool to have the person with the most points in NBA history and other record-breaking shattered, the whole backboard shattered, to get his son to play in the same league in the same year and such. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the first father-son duo to ever play together in the NBA. Also, Mike, let me ask you a question. Let's say you are LeBron James. You're in this scenario. Let's say your son is entering the draft. As a father, would you not want to play in the NBA with your kid?
I would feel better if I played against him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't want to win a championship with your kid?
See, that's the hard part. Like, it's kind of like you don't hire family for a job.
What if your family's just going to sit on the bench the whole time and not touch the floor?
And that's like, as someone who would have a son to play, like who would play, and you know that they're better. Like, it's that weird dynamic of like high school sports all over again. Well, my son's better and he's sitting on the bench. Like, and if it's like to the point where I'm taking his spot, because let's just say we're both small forwards and I took his spot, be like, all right, I'll sit out, whatever. Like LeBron James, God, I can't believe I'm going to say that. I am on a different. I'm on it today.
This is unique for you. Yes,
it's very unique. LeBron. Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this. we're seeing LeBron nearing his retirement. Oh,
Yes.
I spun it perfectly.
Yes.
I think we see, my original thought was we see LeBron on the downhill. For his age, he's actually scoring pretty damn well.
Yes.
We are seeing the end of his retirement. And if it is just simply because people buy tickets to see the game, okay. But if I'm letting my son not build potential by taking his spot in the rotation, I would feel more apt to give it up.
Yeah. Either way, it's going to be cool. It would be hilarious if there's like a moment between them on the court, like LeBron and J.R. Smith in game one of the finals when Smith forgot how much time was on the clock. That would be awesome. That'd be great.
I just feel like practice would be so odd.
Yeah. What do you, a lot of people have been debating this.
Dad,
What's he going to, what's he going to
pass
call?
it to me.
Daddy, I'm in the corner.
Daddy, I'm in the corner.
Yeah, that's got to be weird.
Ugh.
Also, like, you can't haze him because like his dad's on the team.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks. And if the team goes out for dinner, is LeBron gonna pay for Bronny? How does that work? And finally, I am selling carnival games.
Oh, you did not.
What?
You did a carnival game.
I did a few carnival games.
Uh-huh.
We went to
For
a carnival
yourself?
last week.
Or to win a nice fluffy unicorn for April.
Well, so that's the problem.
Uh-huh.
Carnival games are way too expensive, and the prizes suck ass. Complete ass. Even when you go to the boardwalk, if you get like however many like tickets to like play those games are rigged, and the prizes suck. You need like 20,000, 35,000 tickets to get like a good prize. But even if you go to a carnival and like do like ring toss, you get like a stuffed animal that's like this big.
That big.
What am I supposed to do with that? I can
Mhm.
go to the dollar store and buy that for $1 instead of giving you $10 to throw like 5 darts.
I will say I walked away the one time with, you'd love this. I walked away with a Duke basketball.
Nice.
Like one that you could dribble. And then I got this big, huge like Duke basketball that is, I would call it like a medicine, like a sport ball. You know, those like weird like rubber ones that like you inflate up. So they put like a cover and it was Duke on it. So here was me, 8th grade, carrying this around after a field trip, trying to put it back on the bus. Thing was huge. Like I think it was probably the size. Oh gosh, how could I put the size of this?
Careful.
Probably the size of the height of a car, a very small sedan, a very small car. Like
Okay. Like a Prius.
like a Prius. Yeah.
Okay. How the hell did you get that on a bus?
Just squished it in.
What? Are you kidding me? It actually fit?
I think it fit.
That's
The
impressive.
Prius might be a little too big for everybody.
I was gonna say if it's the size of a Prius, it's not fitting in a bus.
It's the size of a like the length size of a full bed.
Okay. How wide though? Like if the bed?
Yeah, the width of the bed, maybe a little smaller.
Okay, sure.
This is 8th grade. Remember, this is
yes,
this is like 15 years ago.
yeah. Okay. I was just curious. What, did the size of basketballs go up since 15 years ago?
Shut the up. No, I have a bad memory now. Okay, I'm
Okay,
getting old.
No, that's fine. You are getting old. You know what's even worse?
What?
That T-shirt you're wearing is 8 years old.
Oh no! Yeah, but Waz got it for me for Christmas.
That's right. That I remember. That was the year we were in the townhouses. Yes.
We had the gift exchange.
Yeah. Then some things happened later.
Yeah, some things really. Ugh.
Yes. All right. Well, yeah, that's buy or sell.
Wow, what an episode!
Oh, hold on, real quick. I would like to sell U.S. men's soccer. What a disgrace we are. Let me rephrase that. What a disgrace our national soccer team is to this country. We can't even make it out of group stage of like the Copa America tournament. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah.
Soccer.
You're a soccer guy. What's wrong with Team USA soccer after you probably didn't watch a single second of the games?
We just don't. We're too focused on other sports.
Okay.
Like soccer or football. Football is life. It is their only sport that they care about in some of their countries. There is a breed of soccer players, whereas US, as ungrateful as we are, we have so many different breeds of athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, trying to think of others, field hockey,
Yeah.
swimming,
Yep. Gymnastics,
archery. Like we have so many different breeds of people that like these soccer people, the soccer breed is not as strong as some of the other countries. Some people are born into a soccer family, and that's not by choice.
Yeah.
Like Real Madrid or Barcelona or you know, Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool. Like, that is your life. Like, you live and die by Liverpool. I don't know. I think other countries have caught up to us in terms of culture and a culture of soccer, and they are better.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not expecting like win the World Cup, but at least got to beat Panama. At least got to beat these teams that we're losing to. There's no reason for that. We got to figure it out. I think we need a new coach. And we got to figure it out by the World Cup in 2 years because
we're hosting it.
We are hosting it, and we cannot get bounced before or during group stage of that because that's bad. Because obviously we get an automatic bid to the World Cup because you're hosting.
Yes.
But yeah, awful performance this past week and weekend.
Yeah. So the hope is, I don't know, back to the drawing board, as they say.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, final of our information, beacons.ai/funnybusinesspod. Mr. Matthew.
Ish.
What is your advice for the good people, the coworkers of the funny business world?
Make sure you do something fun after work, like after each work day, especially right now. It's still like nice outside, hopefully. Still sun out, hopefully. Last night, I came home from work and April and I decided to go do 9 holes. It was a nice night, very comfortable. Why are you shaking your head?
Because you could have invited me.
Mike, I will play with golf with you next time if you can carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
If I can carry my own bag?
Yeah. Do you think you can carry your own bag? Think
what do you mean?
That joke went
carry
right
my
over
own bag.
That joke went right over your head.
I can carry my own bag because you know what?
Why?
I get it. You have one cart. I'll buy my own damn cart.
Yeah. Oh, I missed a big shot.
Because you know I could buy a plane that gives you free snacks.
Driving contest right now.
Oh, God, don't even ask. Matt has seen my driving.
Can't even drive for 50 yards.
Oh, listen, I'm getting better. I promise.
Yes. But yeah, give yourself time. Go for a walk. Whatever you enjoy doing. You don't just say, "Oh, I'm tired from work." Like, it's still nice out. Like, even right now, it's 6:30 and I look out my closed blinds and I see sunlight trying to peek through. It's great. Go do something fun.
Like podcast and edit your whole podcast.
Nothing better. Gotta go grocery shopping, come back, make dinner, and do some podcast clips.
Yes.
All the fun stuff.
Well, thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That concludes another episode. And until the next time, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.